see
Mhm. Yep.
how the local people took it. And some of them, like, a couple of them are in DL, like Lee Nelson, she's in DL, but she kind of has connections here. And she told me she's doing the pairs workshop. She's like commuting from DL for the pairs workshop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
ask Eric about his driving. My gosh,
All right. I forgot about that.
he's
Not
all over the
not for the
place.
past year. Yeah, the last year I've driven very little.
Has that been great?
Yeah, but I miss driving too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get us set up on Facebook. Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's tap artists. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the April Showers Bring May Flowers spring campaign for the Arts Partnership. We're waiting on one other artist, but I wanted to get started because it's 8 o'clock. So that means it's time to have our live stream conversation. This morning, I'm joined by Ethan Michelson from our office, our intrepid communications coordinator, and Eric Johnson, one of our Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo artists. Although you don't live in Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo, Eric, it's certainly where your art is well known. So welcome and thanks for joining us this morning.
Good to be here.
Yeah,
Glad to
8
see
a.m.
you.
is not most artists' favorite time of day, but you got a pile of little kids at home, so I imagine you're up in the morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eric.
Oh yeah, 5:30.
Yeah.
That's sleeping in most of the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you can be really productive on a day like that.
Yeah.
So Ethan wrote a story this week, and I'll let you talk about it, Ethan, but maybe you want to just introduce your forum story, and then we can talk about how that all ended up with Eric and hopefully Emily getting on the line with us.
Yeah, well, this Monday in the forum, we wrote about the 150 sales project in Detroit Lakes. And we took a look at the local artists, some of our partners who were involved with it. And it was a really cool project to see because there's 4-foot sail sculptures and there's smaller sail sculptures, and each artist got to create their own vision for it. So they're all as unique as each artist is. So I was excited to see Eric's because of his cool technique that he used, and because I got to kind of see inside his studio right as he was starting to work on it.
So Eric, talk a little bit about your piece, if you would, please.
Sure. It's a sale. It's a sale, and I mean, it was different. Working, I've done these. It's a drip kind of painting. So what I normally do when I start those is start with a background, a few layers. Normally it takes 3 or 4 layers just in the background, and then I do the drop and drip thing. But so it was kind of a challenge with the sails, since it was a steel sculpture and it's not flat like I'm normally doing those. So
sure.
Yeah.
So really, Eric, what I want to talk to you about today is sort of the value that you have taken from the projects and the opportunities that you've had with the Arts Partnership, because I think it's one thing for us to say, hey, at the Arts Partnership, we support artists, we help them have more opportunities, we get their work out to people, but it's another thing to hear an artist talk about it. So can you just talk about, I know that you've been involved with CSA and you've been involved with Artworks and you've done some other things. Can you talk about any of those for us and for our audience?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, well, starting with, I think the first thing I did was a CSA. I don't know, the first one I did was quite a few years ago.
You were in the first season, Eric, so 10 years ago.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I remember the piece, it was a great opportunity for me as a printmaker, working mostly in multiples anyway, to have a project that I knew once I was done, they were going to be headed to people's homes, and they would have a home where normally I make something and then, who knows if it's going anywhere or not. But so that's been great, and I think I did that first one, and then I did a collaboration with my old professor and mentor, Kent Kaplinger, and then I did the one last year.
Yes.
And each one has been a great experience. And but the one last year, I think, was probably one of my favorite pieces that I've done recently.
It was an incredible piece. And certainly resonated with our shareholders, because lots of houses that I go into have that piece very prominent. So I agree. It was a really remarkable piece. We'll try and find some pictures of it to share with our audience later today.
And then the
artworks.
The artworks. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm blanking out a little bit. So the artworks, when I do exhibits and shows and stuff, oftentimes once I'm done with those, I'll have a lot of stuff just sitting at home now in my basement. So that has been just a really awesome thing for me too, just to have an opportunity to keep on getting it out there for the public to see it, which I would love to do more of myself, but now with 4 little kids at home and teaching and stuff, it takes a lot of that, like running around and picking things up. It's a lot of that or all of it is done by the Arts Partnership, and it's awesome that it's all like taken care of, and I'm happy to do it.
Oh, that's great. So let me just give the audience a little bit of history on these 2 programs in case you're watching and don't know what they are. So CSA is about to start its 10th season. It's community-supported art modeled on community-supported agriculture, and it was developed by Springboard for the Arts in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then we bought the template from them and adapted it to fit our community and the needs of the Arts Partnership. So just like a box of agriculture that you pick up through the season, you purchase a season of art. So over the course of 3 parties, one in May, one in July, one in September, you get a culinary share, you get a performance share, and you get a piece of art to take home, you and a guest. So you don't each get a piece of art to take home, but you get to enjoy the food and the performance, and then how you divide up the art, if you're not a couple, is up to you. But it's an incredible way to get introduced to a number of different kinds of artists. It's a great way to do some sort of 3 date nights or 3 friend nights, depending on who you bring with you. And what makes it so great for the artists is that they get paid on the front end to create up to 50 pieces of art. So it's really great for a printmaker, because that's already the rhythm that you are in. So in Eric's case, it's a limited edition of 50 that goes out to shareholders. It's art that has not been created in any other way. And what makes it really fun is that the supporters, the shareholders, get to meet the artist, they get to hear about the process, they get to hear the story around it. And there's no exchange of money at that point. That's all been taken care of. Shareholders have bought their share, and they just get to come and enjoy it. And artists got paid to make the work, which doesn't happen very often. So we've had lots of great things come out of that, including people who now can say things like, well, I have 3 Eric Johnson prints. So they've started a collection of a particular artist, but you can imagine in 10 years, we've worked with a ton of artists. So there's that program. And then Artworks is another program that we have adapted. It's certainly not unique to our community, but Christina in our office and Tanya manage this whole program where art is put into businesses, and it's in a ton of businesses now. We've got lists. I'm not going to go into the names because I'll leave somebody out, and I don't want to do that. But 4 times a year, it gets shuffled out. So if you're a business owner, not only are you engaging the people who are coming into your business, but you're also engaging your employees with new art. And everybody knows, even if you're not consciously paying attention to it, there's real value to creating culture inside your workspace. So that's a great program, and artists get paid to hang their art as well. So, you know, from the Arts Partnership perspective, we don't ask artists to work for free because we don't believe in it. We rarely give them opportunities where they could quit their day job and live solely off of what they make from the Arts Partnership. But we make sure that they are getting something for their work because we don't believe that you can eat exposure. You can only eat from a paycheck. So that's part of what we do. And it's part of why we think it's so important to have fundraising weeks like this. But another thing that we do, back to Ethan, is this incredible opportunity and relationship we have with Forum Communications to produce art in newspaper form every single Monday throughout every week of the year, which has been an interesting challenge, Ethan, that you and I are going to talk about tomorrow on a different live stream around how do you produce content about art production when nothing's being produced for an entire year. So we will talk about that tomorrow afternoon when we come on. But Ethan, anything else you want to talk about with this SAIL project in particular, or Eric's work that you want to lift up?
Yeah, I want to ask Eric a question. I heard there's going to be a print on one of these sales. What print are you putting on it?
Oh, okay. Well, so I think I submitted like 8 or 9
Okay.
different prints.
Yeah.
Like, so,
It'll be
and I think
surprise.
I know on a small one, there's a sunflower print that I did.
Okay.
I haven't seen it on the sale, but
Yeah.
that one's going to be on one. And then there's, I know a big one is going to have, it's actually a really small print, but it's going to be like a non-objective kind of abstract. I think that one is, the title is Field, I think.
Mm.
And then I think there's one other one, but I can't
Mm.
remember. Right
Yeah, I
now.
thought it was cool that they're using vinyl to wrap
Yeah,
some of them
and
too,
I
so it's not
saw,
just painting on.
yeah, when I dropped off the one that I painted, I saw the ones that did the vinyl wrap, and they look really great. I think, you
I
know,
bet
Yeah.
they do.
I'm sure you
Right.
saw them too. Yeah.
Ethan, talk about the event coming up where people can come and see these, will you please?
Sure, I was just gonna get to that. So we actually are, it's gonna be happening on Friday in Detroit Lakes at the Kent Freeman Arena from 4 to 7 p.m. So that's this Friday, April 30th. And there's gonna be a silent auction. There's gonna be a live music from the Crop Dusters. Um, what else? There's going to be a food truck, some drinks and everything. So if you want to find out more, you can go to dl150.com/sailboat and you'll have more information there. But it should be really cool to see all of these sailboats in one place and all the artists in one place too. We'll be able to gather safely in the arena and outside.
Excellent. So this Friday, so here's my recommendation for your Friday night listening audience, watching audience. Make a donation this week online at theartspartnership.net/donate. $25 or more gets you a keychain. Ethan, do you have your keychain with you by chance? Because I sure did not
No.
remember to bring mine down. Well, okay, it's all right. Go to the Arts Partnership page. You can see Christina took some great pictures of the work. I have not had great luck showing my keychain off on my camera during these live streams anyway, but $25 or more. Stop by my Boulevard Friday afternoon at 4, pick up your keychain, put it on your keys, drive to Detroit Lakes, where you can go and see all of these sales. Eric will be there. Ethan's hoping to be there, and a number of other people too. Go and support this work. When is the last time you gathered in any way to look at art? And art in this particular format is kind of a very unique, not very often experience. So go and do that, but be sure and make the donation to the Arts Partnership first, get the keychain. And then when you're there and everyone says to you, wow, I love your keychain, you can say, you still have time to give a donation to the Arts Partnership. So do your part where you can, support local artists, support the Arts Partnership, and continue to just remember that artists need support, and we are one way that happens, and you can do it through us. Eric, what are you working on next? You're always working on something.
Well, can I plug something else that I've got coming up?
Yeah, I was going to
Actually,
try to do
Saturday.
it too.
Yep.
So Saturday is the print. I think it's print day in May, and it's like a national print day.
Okay.
And I think Ethan, he wrote an article a while back about my exhibit at the Rourke, and then about the Print Austin thing that happened in, when was that, February? Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a live stream or whatever with Print Austin at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning for the print day in May. And then so I'll be in Austin, Texas, virtually in the morning, 9 to 10. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to be doing a print. I think I'm going to screen print at the Rourke
Oh,
in
cool.
Moorhead. Yeah, from 3 to 5. And then, sorry, one last thing. There's a band called Cheery Trudge. Let me put a plug in for them.
Okay.
I got an email a while back, and Daniel from the band said, "Hey, can I use your artwork on our album?" And I said, "Sure." And so this is Cheery Trudge, and they're going to be performing on Saturday, as with the Print Day in May thing too, starting at 5 o'clock. So you'll be able to hear them. The music is really awesome, and they're local, so support them as well.
Excellent. So you can actually have an entire weekend of Eric Johnson if you so desire, and then you can support all these other musicians and artists and arts organizations as well. And if you want to see even more of Eric's work, you can go to Dakota Fine Art on 8th Street, where he's part of that artist cooperative, and your show at the Rourke. So Ethan, we'll make sure that we post all these links so that people can easily find them on the Arts Partnership page. Eric, thanks for joining us in the midst of a busy week.
Thank you.
And congratulations on all of your upcoming stuff. It's all very cool.
All right. Hey, and as always, thank you guys so much for everything you do, everyone.
Well, it's easy to do our work when we've got great artists to lift up and support. So Ethan, have a great day. Eric, have an excellent rest of your week. Everybody else, donate to the Arts Partnership, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Eric.
Bye-bye.
Bye.